Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Aggro, but with some significant changes. Interesting hand. I mean, Gemstone into Temple is a turn 1 line break. Stomping Grounds into Myco Spawn, though actually Stomping Grounds into Cake Command. We drop the Sprawl. So, I guess we need to pitch something to Gemstone, though, don't we? The question becomes what? So probably the Myco Spawn, as Myco Spawn in this case really just acts as a bridge. We have a lot of hits here thereafter, so yeah, we'll cut the Myco. So, I was doing a lot of thinking. Hierarch. Well, now I kind of want to just bolt the bird. Another Myco. Cast. Ramp. Exile. Exile the Hierarch. So I was doing a lot of thinking, and one of the things when I was talking to people about Eldrazi Aggro was a statement made pretty constantly that it is constantly inconsistent. And I went, okay, well, I feel like that's fixable. So this looks like Yawgmoth, maybe. They grab Overgrown Tomb. And so I started to think, like, okay, cool, the deck is inconsistent. How can we fix that, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can actually do something really interesting here. So we can go 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Myco Spawn. Soul Land. Okay, so Stomping Grounds. Shock. Utopia Sprawl. I need red and green, so we'll go green. Because we don't really need double red, so yeah, we'll go green. Red, green. Cast Myco Spawn. Myco Spawn. E-Temp. Line Break. Combat. Target Line Break. Swing for 5 on turn 2. So yeah, the consensus was the deck is consistently inconsistent, especially around mana. And it's also not as resilient into hate. And so I started thinking, like, well, what if we played more basics? A. B. What if we played Utopia Sprawl, acting as Soul Land's number, 9 through 12, right? Chooses Forest. There's Aggie Soul Cauldron. There's Ballista. There's an E-Temp. Yeah, turn 3 7-mana value spell would have been just too good, wouldn't it? Line Break. So if we attack here, yeah, we'll attack. They block. They ping. 8. And then ping. So then down. No reason to play a land here, so we'll pass. If we draw into a Sire's 7 depth, we're in a really good spot. The only thing that I really wouldn't want to see right now is a Ugin. Because 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'd be short 1 on Ugin. Aggie Soul Cauldron for Delighted Halfling. Put a token on Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth sack. And draw. Yeah, that's the thing I didn't want to see. I wonder if maybe I should have... Because I have 3 Ugins in here. I wonder if I should have put the 4th Sire instead. Oh, I will play an E-Temp to confirm 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 5, 6, yeah. We only have 6. 4, 5, 6. I think we pass and just hold. Because, yeah, 4 damage, we would block, they would unblock, it would come back, they would sack, it would die. We don't want that. That's probably better just as a blocker here. And pass. I guess now they can destroy target. Oh, yeah. No block. Well, I guess they can Aggie Soul Cauldron. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Draw. Devourer. Okay. Devourer of Destiny. I mean, I think we just take out the tracker. We can't take out the Yawgmoth because they'll simply remove a token ping self. So taking out the tracker makes sense to me. Yeah, maybe it would have been better to not block. Like I said, I kind of forgot about the Aggie Soul Cauldron. I have just a lot of thoughts flying through my head of like how to tune this better. Why do that? I guess so you can attack. Yawgmoth, Dried Arbor, attack. No, I mean, why would I not block is a good question here. I'll block. I'm dying. Okay. Oh, the Spy Master's Vault. I, for some reason, missed that. Did they even need to attack, though? They could Aggie Soul Cauldron, target Bowmaster, target Yawgmoth, and start that process without me even blocking, right? Oh, interesting. But... oh, I guess if I hadn't blocked, they could have just won. But now, don't they draw and then discard the same number of cards? I'm trying to think here. Isn't that the case? Am I crazy? Okay. Oh, but then they can it gets that many tokens, right? And then they they remove those tokens to get rid of the ballista. Or remove those tokens to ping me down, rather. Oh. Yeah. And yeah, they could have started that process even without me blocking, though I guess at that point I would have just died. Spymaster Vault is interesting. Okay. Did not notice that tech until now. Puts 13. They can put the 16. Or... no, I'm not dead yet. Right? Aggie Soul Cauldron. 14, 15. Oh, I guess you remove all? I'd still be one short. Or they would still be one short, right? Am I missing something? guess now if I attack, I lose. Oh, because they pitched Yawg. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. That is good knowledge. Okay. All right. Pause for game one. So, Soulish Jailer's good. Grafdigger's Cage is good. Creatures in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. So we can cut Gemstone, we can cut Ghost Quarter, keep the Bog, drop some number of 7-mana value spells, probably the Sires. Oh, actually we only have 10, so down to 9. And then some number of Ramp, probably the Writhing Cross. Okay, we'll run it back like this. I'm also tempted on Dismember, but not certain that's good enough. Yeah, I don't know. The more I play Aggro, the more that I start to think that it's just trying to be Eldrazi Ramp, but worse, if that makes sense. Like, it is just worse Eldrazi Ramp. All against the 5. I mean, we can go Line Breaker and the Line Breaker, which is pretty good. Do you wonder if maybe a commercial district would be good here? There's the Halfling. Fetch. Stomping Grounds tapped. And draw. Hit that Heralds, would like that a turn early. Eldrazi Line Break. Attack for 4. Now, if I find myself a temple, that would be good. Which uses the Tomb. Draw. No shot on the that Herald, or ongoing that Heralds. I'm thinking, yeah, we just go double Line Break. So Line Break number 1. Line Break number 2. That's 10 damage coming your way. Down to 6. There's a Spymaster's Vault, looking like Yawg. Draw. Cyrus 7 deaths. Play Cavern Souls, name Eldrazi. Hit that Heralds. Combat. Target 1, and Bone scoops it up. Alright, we'll take the win. We do want Gemstone back, so we cut another Chrysalis. Yeah, I do wonder if maybe cutting the Ghost Quarter or the Bog for a commercial district would be right. It just gives those turn 1 fetches a bit more oomph. Yeah, we can keep this. If we have 8 hits off the top for Soul Lands, which is good. Devour can help us with that. One starts at 6. Mort. Trigger. I'm gonna say no to all. I really do want that soul land, I think. Flesh Rake, we whiff, so Stomping Grounds, tapped, and pass, and pass. Malevolent Rumble. Imagine finds Beseiju. Yep. Draw. There's the E-Temp. I mean, we can go Flesh Rake into Flesh Rake. That's pretty good. Otherwise, we can go Line Break. And then start attacking. But I think, yeah, Flesh Rake into Flesh Rake and just start draining them that way is going to be pretty nice. Pass. And pass. If they take up their turn using the Beseiju on the Eldrazi temp, that's fine by me, right? The Lighted Halfling, fetch, the 19, Forest, Cauldron, there's a Ballista. Ooh. Oh, this makes things interesting. I'll tuck Devourer. Flesh Rake number 2. Ballista. Okay. Okay. That heralds the end. This is going to be pretty insane. Line Break. Yeah, Flesh Rakers are good. Who would have thunk? Combat. Line Break, target, Line Break. It's a 10-4. And that should be the game. Okay. That was kind of nuts. And, like, you can definitely see, like, the power of Line Break and Flesh Rake and just these, like, smaller creatures, right? You can see the power behind them. I don't know. I just don't know how to construct this deck in a way that, like, makes... Like, maybe this is the construction, right? That makes the best use of what the deck is trying to do while also being more consistent. And I think that's the piece that I'm trying to figure out, because right now the current builds feel inconsistent. There's something going wrong somewhere, and I'm trying to figure out where that is. So we'll have to think about it. But we'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I mean, that's a Line Break on turn 2. We'll keep. Again, a good example where a commercial district would be nice. So yeah, I think I do cut the Ghost Court for a commercial district. I think that's right. Burning Cat fetch. Over Entomb Shock. Green. Bird? Right? Bird. Birds of Paradise? Huh. Draw. I mean, you know what they say. Bolt the bird. Pass? Bird's a godforsaken paradise. What in the world am I playing against? Windswept Teeth. Fetch. Temple Garden Shock. Green for... Oh! Devoted Druid combo. Okay. Cavernous Souls. 2, 3, 4. Well, let's start with Line Break. Play Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. Target self. Oh, son of a... Pressed one too many times. That's gonna cost me. I feel it in my bones. They should be at 9. There's no way they're gonna block with a Devoted Druid. Oh, and if we are able to play the Sire next turn, we draw into Temple or a 7-mana value spell, then we're gonna be... we would have won. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's my own fault, though. I would ask opponent if they want to pretend that we're at that if we wanted to pretend that they're at 9 instead of 14, but yeah. I make a mistake. Opponent has full right to take advantage of it. I think for some reason I thought there was like a click, other than like the click that I need to like pass priority. Would it have mattered? Let's find out. Do they just combo me here? Would have been, like I said, at 9. GSC for 3. Grist. Dried Arbor, Sack Arbor, hit the line breaks. I mean, them being at 9 still would have been relevant. Draw. Stomp. 4, 5. Stomp. Tap. Pass. And pass. Yeah, if they win by 5 points, I'll be unfortunate. The problem is now if we play the Sire, they can sack a insect to kill it and still be at 7 remaining. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, drawing in what? Post-mortem lunge. What? Opponent, what are we doing? What am I playing against? 4, GSC 3. Nature's Rhythm. Harmonize. So like a... there's the Vizier of Remedies. Okay, so now you can harmonize. Okay, so them taking the 5 damage I don't think would have mattered, because now they harmonize. GSC for 2. Oh, so you just dig through your deck now. Alright, you got it. So Recruiter digs for Ballista. Yep. I'll concede that. Huh. So, Devoted Druid. So probably wanting Dismember. Cut Bajuka, cut Gemstone. Flute also would work. Cut a... I'm gonna say cut an Ugin, cut a Chrysalis. Run it back like this. Well, at least my blunder didn't cost me. I was dead regardless. Fascinating. Devoted Druid combo. Was not expecting that. Alright. Imagine opponent's trying to figure out what they want to sideboard in. Yeah, because I don't imagine that they'd play Consign. I guess they could. No, not even Fulminator Mage would be a good option. Beseiju, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the best way to make this deck. And the more I play it, the more I just go, E-Ramp is the better version. Like, yeah, you can have some really insane lines with, like, It That Heralds into Linebreaker, into Myco Spawn, right? So definitely are some really good, unique lines available to it. I do think that I cut the, like I said, to cut the Ghost Quarter for Commercial District if I were to keep this current iteration with fetches. I don't know. On the play for game 2. I'll keep. Again, a good example where a Commercial District would be nice. It's a turn 2 line break into a turn 3 Myco. And so that puts us in a good position for a 7-mana value spell. Oh, well, I didn't need to do that now. Whoops. Nope. Pass. Pass. I was just kind of running on autopilot there for a second. Like, I guess the other thought is maybe using Talismans instead of Utopia Sprawl. Green for GSC 0. There's the Triad Arbor. Draw. Stomp. Line break. Alright. Target. Attack. Yeah, see, I for some reason thought there was like a passing of priority and thus I had to press 1. Sometimes, like, it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Not always the most consistent of programs, I think. Yeah, like a turn 3 Myco Spawn, non-kicked, into a 7-mana value spell like a Sour 7. That would be really good. Devourer would be okay. I think the other change I'd make here is probably cut 1 Ugin, up 1 Sire, up to 4/4 for the Eldrazi. The Chrysalises definitely help make Ugin more castable, especially if you go, let's say, turn 1 It That Heralds, turn 2 Line Break, turn 3 Mycospawner Chrysalis. It becomes, I mean, actually Chrysalis is probably the better option, but it becomes much more castable. There's the Devoted Druid. There's a Birds. 4 cards in hand. Worried. Another Myco Spawn. Well, I will cast Myco Spawn. I will grab an E-Temp. Go to combat. Trigger. Target Myco Spawn. Eight damage. Down to 6. Alright, do we lose? That is the question. Do they have the Vizier? As well as a search. Green, white. I feel a Vizier coming on. Maybe not. There's Malevolent Rumble. Tyvar. Chooses Tyvar. I mean, they can play the Tyvar. And grab back an Outland Liberator, sure. It's not nothing. Herding Cat. I mean, the Eldrazi Linebreaker will be a 6/3. So if they don't have any blockers, we just win. Not to mention, we'll have Myco Spawn that can attack. We could also haste the second Myco Spawn. Opponent's tinking hard here. 4 cards in hand. One of them is known. So 3 unknowns. Green, green, white. Is this Vizier? No. Untap. Tap 4. GSC for 3. There's Grist. Grist minus target Linebreaker. So I'm going to guess in their mind, they are going to... Did I cut the Jukabog? I did. That's unfortunate. Sacrifice a creature. Linebreaker down. And draw. Ghost Court. Tyvar needs a black source. They have the Verdant Catacombs. Is the only problem, not to mention Birds of Paradise, etc., right? They'll make a creature if I don't attack down Grist. So let's start by attempting to attack down Grist. I imagine they block the spawn. Spawn dies. We can kick Mycospawn. Kick the Godless Shrine. I will grab another temple. Play a Ghost Quarter and pass. Fetch the Verdant Cat. I wonder how many basics you have. Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Draw. 4, Ghost Quarter, target 2. Pass. In retrospect, maybe I should have done that while they're still tapped on the off chance they do have another GSC. Because that could bite me. Thankfully it didn't. We'll make an insect. I think now we start attacking them. Tyvar. We'll bring back either the Dryad Arbor, the Lighted Halflane, okay. The Seiju. What? Oh, that's right, it can tap. Tyvar minus our Outland Liberator. Yes. Draw. K command. I mean, if I get a line breaker, do I just win? It'd be a 6-3. Yeah, I mean, I think we go for it. So, Ugin Lab, trigger on the stack. Ramp Scrydraw. If I exile one of the creatures, they'll be at 2, so that's not an option. X equals 7. There's an It That Heralds. There's Devourer. Another K command. We could dig deeper. So bottom all. Devourer unfortunately doesn't cut it. Draw. Cast. We're gonna go again. Done. There's the line breaker. So bottom. Let's see here. I think I want to go top, 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 top and draw. Trigger, no imprint. Cast line break. Line break, target line break. And it's a 9/3. Do you have removal at instant speed? Attack you, attack you, attack you. And opponent scoops it up. All right, we got there. Yeah, digging for line break definitely worked out there. Weird game, though, as far as kind of overall play pattern there. No, I guess I should bring in the bog and cut the ghost quarter, though I think it might be a bit late. Yep. I mean, yeah, it's a turn 2 into turn 3 Myco spawn. That's a nice part about this version, I suppose. It gives you that option, just kind of be a bit more controlling. It's like I just saw like Wooded Foothill, Temple, Myco spawns, kind of just like, eh. If this was, I don't know, Wastegate Battle Mage, okay, turn 1 Wastegate, turn 2 do nothing, turn 3 play Myco spawn, turn 4 play Myco spawn. It just feels slow. Whereas at least the Utopia Sprawl does make it objectively better. So I do like it from that angle. It just makes it, you know, more consistent, which was like the biggest thing that I was just hearing about Eldrazi aggro, is that it was consistently inconsistent. And now this kind of just makes it more consistent. There's more viable hands. Because like I said, if Utopia Sprawl was Wastegate Battle Mage, then we'd just be kind of looking at it and going, it's okay. It's playable, but it is just okay. When it goes down to 4. Draw. Wooded Foothill. Fetch. 1 of Forest. Sprawl. 4 red. And pass. Fetch. Windswept Teeth. Lush Port. To yard. And pass. Draw. Okay, command X equals 2. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Windswept Teeth, fetch. Overrun Tomb, shock. 4. If a GSC you hold. Actually, no, GSC is sorcery speed, right? Yeah, never mind. For some reason I thought it was instant speed. I'm thinking Quarter Calling. Is Nature's Rhythm instant speed? Also sorcery. Good to know. I mean, they shocked in. They clearly have something. Devoted Druid. Yeah, I think they were just thinking, like, do I play into the very obviously telegraphed K command, or do we just hope that they have nothing? I mean, yeah. Basically, they want it in yard rather than putting it in exile. Line breaker. So I can go E-temp. Kick Myco. Kick Overgrown Tomb for E-Temp. Line break, trigger, target line break. Down to 10. And I believe lethal's on board now. No. Lethal's not on board yet, but it will be next turn. Opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alright. Not bad at all. Well, we'll be back for match 3. Alright, enter back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. So we have a few different lines here, right? We are looking at, I believe, is it 9 or 10 hits for Utopia Sprawl on 1. Otherwise, we have Ugin Lab into It That Heralds. So we'll keep reveal and pass. And the biggest thing about the Vourer is that it doesn't make your opening hands better, it just makes your next draw, or increase the probability of what you want to hit, right? So looking like it could be Prowess. Trigger. Well, there is the Wooded Foothill. Otherwise, we could look at Glaring Flesh Rake, but then we kind of just dead cards in hand. So I'm going to go Wooded Foothill. Wooded Foothill, fetch. For Forest, Sprawl, for red. And pass, and pass. So next turn, we can Writhing Chrysalis into It That Heralds, or we could just hold it. As another option, go Writhing Chrysalis into It That Heralds. Which might be the better play. They're going deep here. So that's 7, down to 11. Draw. Tuck. Writhing Chris. Trigger 1. Trigger 2. If that heralds. And pass. And pass. So next turn we have another Writhing Chris. EI. Okay. Trigger, Writhing Chris, still bigger than both. Their saving grace here is a mutagenic growth, but even then it trades. No, yeah. No, it doesn't. Bloodstained. Here's your land for turn. I guess the only downside is I really don't want to block with it that heralds, right? They do attack. We then have to decide if we want to feed them at that heralds rather than feeding them a spawn. Yeah, there's a downside here. Then if we draw into any 7 mana value spells, we can't cast. Well, I guess we could have done that anyways. Fetch, Bloodstained Mire, down to 15. Steamvent Shock to 13. And 4 cards in hand. Lava Dart triggers. So that heralds will be down. Lava Dart triggers. I have a 4/5. I will block down to 4. Eldrazi temp. Well, actually, let's go E-temp. Writhing Chris. This way we can ideally play Devourer next turn. Bloodstained. 3 cards in hand. Mountain. We have a decent amount of blockers with a decent amount of toughness. We have reach. So a slick shot won't get them there just yet. We do have to be mindful of the trample damage though. Corey's steel cut triggers, so they can go pretty wide. This will make 2 monks. So we'll have 4 attackers. We have 4 blockers, admittedly. DRC triggers. 2 attacks. No attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 2 is 6, so not enough. If we had the herald, it would be, but no. We could draw into a temple, though. So I think we do return Devourer to hand. Ugin. Ugin is interesting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, we'd have 9. 9 minus 2 would have been 7. We could have played the Ugin. We could still play the Ugin. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? We exile something. We gain some life. It might still be worth it. Huh. Yeah, like we could exile the DRC, or we could exile the Corey Steel Cut. The alternative is that we go Writhing Chris and just continue to go wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so exactly. I mean, we play the Ghost Court regardless. I think we have to just play the Writhing Chrysalis here. And just continue to go wide. Paying cost. Preordain. We ain't dead yet. We currently have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 blockers. They currently have 5 attackers, yeah. I kept 1 card on top for DRC, and that's a bit worrisome. Again, we have to be worried about trample damage. There's a Swift Spear. Alright, question now becomes, what's that last card in hand? Preordain. Slick shot to yard. DRC's online. Top, bottom, draw. Like I said, I'm not dead yet, unless that's a mutagenic growth, in which case I think I'm dead. Go to combat. DRC has to attack, yes. Because, yeah, we'll block, 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 block. And then block. So it'll only take 2 down to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to blocks. PRC down. Okay. Myco spawn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 10. 10 minus 4 would be 6. So I can't do that. Confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Yeah. So 10 minus 4 would be 6, so I can't go that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we can do in the opposite direction though. So trigger 1. Trigger 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess if I... Okay, here's a question. 8. I could play Mega Spawn as just a blocker. Exile 1. Gain 3. Otherwise I can exile 2, which could mitigate enough damage. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have left 1 spawn in that case. And I think that's what I should have done, is left a spawn back. We'll go with Eldrazi temp. Ugin. We could get rid of trample damage, so I think actually getting rid of this Quarry Steel Cut might be correct. Plus Ugin, draw a card. Hit that, Heralds. And pass. Yeah, I should have left a spawn. I should have played the Myco spawn non-kicked, left a spawn. That'll give me 5 blockers. Yeah. Bolt down to 4. Bolt Myco spawn. Lava Dart will do it. In that case, I'm not sure if I could have done much at all. I guess I could have just played the Myco spawn and held up blockers. Down to 5. We can only block 3. If I would have held back 4 blockers plus, so 4 blockers plus the, oh, we would have still been dead to Bolt Dart, wouldn't we? Because we were at 4 initially. Yeah. I don't think it mattered then. It did not. Damn. Prowess. Lost for game 1. Yeah. Because, yeah, if we hadn't gone up to 7, then we would have died to Bolt. Lava Dart. So, cut Gemstone. Cut Ghost Quarters. Cut Ugin. Cut Chrysalis. Run it back. I'm trying to think if there's any other way out of that. Not sure there would have been, unfortunately. Like, by far our best case scenario would have been a line breaker there, I think. Because it would have allowed us this ability to haste in and force them to block a decent amount of damage. Imagine opponent's going to be bringing Consigned Memory. Yeah, that's a good example there where, like, the deck kind of just played, like, worse E-ramp. So I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about aggro in general. Because even at its best, it feels explosive. But when it doesn't, like, get off the ground, you're kind of sitting there going, this is good though. We'll keep it. Reveal Devourer. Trigger. Ugin Devour Waste. Sire. I kind of don't want any of this, to be entirely honest. Yeah, I think I say no to all. In that case, I am going to go with Wooded Foothill and pass. Put a pause on end step again. This is where a commercial district would be good. I'm thinking, not sure if Bajuka Bog or Ghost Quarters are the right cut. I'd say probably Bog, even though it is really good. Graveyard Hate is good. Fetch. Stomping Ground. Tapped. Draw. Well, their shields are down, so we will Imprint. Trinosphere. Pass. They won't be able to play anything on turn 2. And draw. Flash Rake. Well, that is tempting. And yeah, if we just play Flash Rake, and then we can hasten the Line Breaker after. So, Flash Rake. Arid Mesa fetch. Tapped. Temple. Pass. And pass. Pain cost for what, friend? You only have 2 lands. I was like, wait 1 second. And Pitch's Bobble. Myco Spawn. Well, yeah, we'll just add Insult Injury. 2, 4, 6. So Stomping Grounds, Shock. And actually, we should be able to get rid of that Sacred Foundry. Oh no, I guess no, we can't. Never mind. And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Like, what would Flesh Rake have been there, or Line Break have been there in E-Ramp? I guess, like, Talismans? K-Commands, probably? Yeah. It's, like, not bad, but definitely not great. We'll bring the Gemstone back in, and cut the Chrysalis. And run it back. I do wonder if maybe just being on 9 mana value spell, 9 7 mana value spells is right. I mean, see, this is the one downside of Gemstone and it that heralds. Well, could we even want to grab here off the Devour? What makes this hand good? Soul Lands, right? Soul Lands are not bad. But like, we just go it that heralds, it that heralds. I guess we have 4, and it that heralds and it that heralds could be a turn 3 7 mana value spell. Sure. So reveal, Gemstone, Pitch, Devourer, and pass. So again, we're looking for a Soul Land for that heralds and that heralds. And if we can get there, ideally into a Sire 7 deaths on 3. No Soul Land here. I think I pitch all. Yeah, pitch all. And nothing. Rip. In that case, we'll go for the Wooded Foothill. I guess we could still pitch all. Because, yeah, otherwise we have nothing to play. Pitch all. Draw. 8 hits off the top out of 46. Flesh Rake. Stomping Ground tapped. And pass. And pass. Yeah, I mean, that's a good example where it that herald is kind of awkward in this version because any of the colored sources are fetches, I guess except for the mountain, but like the Wooded Foothills, the Stomping Grounds would have been a territory or courtyard by comparison, right? Draw. Ugin Lab. Okay. So Ugin Lab, Tuck, Devourer. It that heralds. It that heralds. We can find a land now. We can play the Sire next turn, which is very hard for them to deal with. Short of the Consign, of course. Slick Shot. I also have Lava Dart in Yard. Land. Line Break. I can't Flesh Rake in the Line Break, but I can definitely just Line Break. Yeah, right now it's discounting 2. Line Break. I mean, do I just try and aggro them out? Do they have a Consign to memory? Steam Vent Shot, Consign would be my guess. Yes. DRC trigger, preordain, consign. I mean, I'm pretty certain they're going to slick shot, dart, Corey steel cut. And I think we just apply pressure here, because if they just swing out, then we have lethal on board as it stands. Well, pass, they need to deal me 19 damage otherwise. Which is not outside the realm possibility, but 2 cards, it's going to be hard. Slick shot, Corey steel cut trigger. Lava dart. And they're holding back. Okay. Do you dart? No. The 17. Draw. Chrysalis. I mean, yeah, we'll cast Chrysalis. Green, red, colorless. No consign. I don't think there's a reason to attack here, right? I think we just hold back now because now our spawns are 2/3s. Yeah, we'll just hold. Scaling Tarn fetch to 5. Thundering Falls. The next turn, if nothing really comes of it, preordain triggers. I do only have 1 reach blocker right now, so I do need to be mindful of that fact. DRCDR, that is Delirium. DRC is required to block. Or required to attack, rather. Again, they do have to be worried about the snapback, though. If they don't kill me outright, I can rally back. 0 top, 2 bottom draw, 2 cards in hand, and a lava dart in yard. DRC triggers the Corey steel cut. Move it over. Okay. So yeah, they're looking for a way to finish or at least attack in and deal some damage. One card in hand. Go to blocks. Block with a Writhing Chris. Eldrazi temp. So this costs 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So in that case, we'll start with Glaring Flesh Rake. Does Flesh Rake resolve? It does. Trigger 1. Always yield. Trigger 2. Always yield. Trigger. Always yield. Always yield. Down to 4. Down to 3. So you have to block 3 creatures here if I choose to attack. The Sire is hexproof. And Bone scoops it up. Okay. We got there. Man, the deck, no matter what version I've played so far, just feels like mildly awkward. I can't pinpoint its stress points. Like you either have enough consistency where you always have colorless mana, or you have so little consistency to where you don't have enough colorless mana. Then again, like we're not playing a small amount of color sources, right? We have, I'm pretty sure it's like either 11 or 10. But either ways, like it should be enough for opening hand statistics. Because I think like minimum's 9. Ideally, you have 11. All right. Well, regardless, we'll be back for match 4. All right, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. 7 hits off the top for K command X2. Otherwise, we have a turn 3 Chrysalis, which is okay. We'll keep it. We also have draws into Linebreaker, into Fleshraker, into It That Heralds. So we have a decent amount of hits here. Steam Vent Shock. Looks like Prowess again if I had to guess. Ragavan, maybe not. Could be Zoo. That'd be my guess then. There's a Linebreaker. I mean, yeah, we could just go Stomping Ground, Shock, Linebreaker, force them to have removal. I mean, either ways, I think we go Stomping Ground, Shock. So either we go Linebreaker as a blocker or K command as removal. Their shields are down currently, so Stubborn Denial isn't the answer. They could have a force, but it's unlikely. Actually, no, it's almost impossible. So we'll just exile the Ragavan now, assuming that's a zoo. And pass. And hold. Yeah, I just didn't want to deal with the chance of a Stubborn Denial. Portico. Foothills to Yard. And we're looking at an early Ugin if everything continues in the direction that it is. Draw. Lush, or not Lushport. Utopia Sprawl, so Wooded Foothills, fetch. For a forest. Sprawl. For red. Trigger. And hold. So now, paying cost, bolt, target me. Okay. Yeah, so now we're looking at Ugin next turn. And Ugin then starts a 2-turn clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we could actually go Ugin and Line Break. Godless Shrine. Flage targets. Target me down to 11. Yep, I think just play Ugin then and plus, and like I said, start that 2-turn clock. At the same time, I'm just saying, Line Break's looking good. Okay, so I will go Line Break. Into Line Break. Line Break 1. Line Break 2. Okay. That's a turn 4 kill right there. Yeah. That was kind of nuts, not gonna lie. But it's because I haven't seen that explosion yet. Okay. So this feels like Zoo. That's a win for game 1. Wayscape Battle Mage is actually decent. Dismember's also good. Ghost Court can be cut. We want Bajuka Bog still. We can cut, I'm gonna say an Ugin. Cut 2 Chrysalis, question mark? But like Chrysalis isn't bad in this matchup's the thing, right? Because we do want blockers for Scion. Maybe we cut the Flesh Rakes here? I think that might be right. Yeah. I need the reach from the Writhing Chris. It just is indispensable. Yeah, I think I would definitely cut Ugin in some capacity. The thing is, I just don't know what else to put in. Like maybe a 1 of Wayscape. Maybe we cut 1 if that heralds for another Wayscape. This one's awkward, right? We have 4, 8, 8 plus 2 gemstone, and so yeah, I think we have 10 hits for line break. Yeah, 10 hits is okay, but like what else do we find otherwise? Not much, right? I'll keep it. This is a bit dicey. We run the numbers, right? Because we have Gemstone Cavern, we have Cavern of Souls, we have our Soul Land, so that's 8 hits. So we should be okay. Steam Vent Shock, Ragavan. Yeah, I mean, that's the worst case scenario for us. Draw. K command is not it. We'll get Utopia Sprawl for red. And of course, Ragavan's going to hit one of our Kalos sources now. Guaranteed. And once again, this is kind of like the downside. I guess we would still be running a 1 of 4s, but the Utopia Sprawl probably would be... Well, no, it'd be like Wayscape. We probably just wouldn't have kept this hand, to be honest. Yeah, because we would have still just had Forest Mountain. Well, maybe not. Because then we have even more white source hits, but we also would have no turn 2 plays. So we'd just be looking at Soul Lands as 8 hits, whereas now we've opened up ourselves, I think, 10 hits instead of 8, which is not, like, much better, but it's still better. Utopia Sprawl, that's fine, actually. No, it could allow you to ramp if you have a green source, or rather a forest or forest equivalent. You do not. Well, that is an E-temp. So let's go E-temp. Utopia Sprawl. Let's go green. I think they have a consigned memory. So let's just play the line break into it. Really? Do I want to smack them for 4? Bolt? Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm kind of okay with this. Getting a bolt out of hand, that's fine. So, could be that they didn't have any consigns then. Triome, and then Sign of Draco. Yeah, I mean, if we draw into a temple, we can play Sire. That would be ideal. Why? I don't like that. Why would they crack that? Ugin. Myco. Mountain. Sowing Myco. Kick the Triome. Do you have the Consign? We need another land for the Sire's the only thing. If they give me the body, we can at least block the Ragavan. If they give me the search, we can guarantee the Sire next turn. I imagine they at least counter the Exile. I feel like they want that for Leyline Binding. Yep, there's the Consign. What do you counter is the question. Methinks that opponent accidentally attempted to consign. Yep, they accidentally attempted to consign their own trigger. I think they went to click on it to try and get it to trigger, but ended up countering it instead. Been there, done that. So we will go with the Cavern of Souls, because currently I have 6. This will bump us up to 7 and guarantee us the Sire. So we'll take the 6 down to 10. Worst case scenario here is double Tribal Flames. So I guess they would need the Triumph. Also, they exile. Wooded Fells. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Down to 10. Passing. Hit that Heralds. 2, 3, 6, 7. So we can't play Hit That Heralds into Sire, so we're just gonna guarantee the Sire. Tis a Sire. Worst case scenario here is by and large a Leyline Binding. Bajuka Bog. Target you. And pass. And step, fetch, Wooded Foothills. Yeah, this feels like a Leyline Binding. Flush Port. 2, 4. So it costs... No Leyline Binding. Okay. And if this works, you stabilized. Next turn we can hit that Heralds, Bone says GG's, and we got there. Definitely would have been a worse position had the consign worked as intended, but we'll take it regardless. I mean, as much as I'm sitting here complaining about the deck, we're 4-0 right now, so it's possible that we get a trophy here. We'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5. I had to think there for a second. Match 5 on the draw for game 1. So we can go turn 1, It That Heralds. But then we don't have much else. What are hits off the top? More It That Heralds, K Command, Line Breaker. So that is 7-11 there alone. That's not bad. Yeah. Flash Rake as well. So that pushes up to 15. We'll keep it then. Utopia Sprawl also wouldn't be bad here. So 19 hits. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty good. That allows us to get a Writhing Chrysalis on 2. Draw. Another Chrysalis. We'll go E-Temp. It That Heralds. Pass. Fetch Flooded Strand for Spell Snare. That would hurt. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Daedalus Archive, so it could be control. There we go, Wooded Foothills. It keeps our options open again. Another example where I wish we had a commercial district, though. If we had a commercial district, it'd probably replace in the Bajuka Bogs. We probably would play the commercial district there, which meant that we would have been able to play the Chrysalis next turn. So yeah, I do think cutting the Bajuka Bog for commercial seems right. At least in this list. If this is the right list to play, I don't know. What the what? Huh. Oh, I messed up there. This is fine. Draw. Sprawl. Rough. Fetch. Forest. Sprawl. Red. Ugin Lab. Tuck Ugin. Pass. And hold. Counter number 2. Rediscover the Way. The Fresh Hell. Mystigate. Stock up. What am I playing against? Passing. Draw. Chrysalis. Triggers. The Jukabog target you. We'll hold the lab. Sack 1, trigger, always yield. Give you 3 energy. Is it target creature? Target creature. Interesting. Red, white, blue. Or not. White, blue, colorless, stock up. No legal targets for Rediscover the Way. This is turn 5, so they're trying to look for a land drop. They find the land drop. Not confident in the Ugin, so I think we just hold then. Draw. Let's start with Glaring Fleshraker. Does Fleshraker resolve? It does. Ugin's Lab. Tuck Devourer. Cast Writhing Chrysalis. Always yield. Always yield. Always yield. Stack. Resolve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to combat. I'm a bit worried about a sweeper here, so I think I'm going to go trigger 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll hit down to 6. So lethal's very much on board. As I'm a bit worried about a sweeper. Seven cards in hand. Wrath of God? Wrath the Skies. X2. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I shouldn't have. 1, 2. Or return Ugin to hand. Draw. Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Whipped. Oh, because Utopia Sprawl's like, I could have sworn I calculated 7 even if they swept board and then that happened. I forgot about Utopia Sprawl. We'll pass. Pause on end step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we want, we could also Devour. Tune the narrative. Red, white, blue again. Rediscover the way. Man, I doubt they have Consign. And I kind of want to get Devourer on board. Arena of Glory. Return Devour to hand. Draw. K command. Because this is lethal on board if it resolves. Get rid of the Rediscover the way. Paying cost, counterspell, Consign, main deck Consign. Huh. Weird, but okay. Was not expecting that. 3 for more stock up. You sure do love drawing cards. The Arena of Glory to me tells me that they probably run Flage if I had to bet. I bet you that is their win condition. So I think like what, Flage and then Rediscover the Way, give it double strike. Draw. Cavern of Souls, of course. Name Eldrazi. I mean, we can use the K command as a permission spell for the Ugin. Otherwise, we can just slam Ugin, but they don't have anything on the field for Rediscover the Way. I guess they could go for Solitude, but that would put them shields down. We'll just hold them. Arid Mesa fetch to 5. Thundering Falls. And keeps it on top. Alright. Rediscover the Way has no targets. Unless they flash in something. Nope. Red, white, blue again. Yes, sure. More card draw. Fascinating. Up to 8 cards in hand. 7 cards. Plays a land. Go to end step. Do we want to play around a Spell Pierce? I mean, I don't foresee this resolving. Let me be clear on that. But I guess I play around a Spell Pierce, just in the off chance. Consign the memory. Tune the narrative. Do you really not have a counterspell? That's wild to me. It that heralds the end. Chrysalis is good. So Stomping Grounds bottom, Ugin top, Chrysalis top, it that heralds top. Draw. It that heralds the end. Chrysalis. Trigger 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6. Ugin. Triggers. Target rediscover the ways. There's no way you don't have a counterspell. Okay, thank you. Force a negation. That's fine. Rediscover down. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess maybe I should have kept the stomp. Because now we're in a position where if they do Wrath the Skies again, then we end up with one short of Ugin. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, that's a problem. Yup. I should have kept the Stomping Ground. Red, white, blue. Flage. Down to 16. Up to 8. They can hit me for hasting. Oh, they can hit me now. Ew. That is 12 down to 4. Ugin's on top, and we only have 6. Yeah, that is lethal. So even if we had draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we concede. Their shield's down 2, so if there's an Eldrazi. Alright. Control. Lost for game 1. We went through a lot of their deck. And we didn't necessarily see like an Orange Chant lock or anything like that. Grafdigger's Cage is something to consider, though. They also could still run Harbinger inside, is a thought. Majugabog is good here. We can cut the Gemstone. We can cut the Ghost Quarter for 2 cards. I mean, Wayscape also can get rid of the path, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go 2 Wayscape in. Run like this. Yeah, so maybe if Ugin was something else. Alternatively, I guess we could have just held our Writhing Chrysalis. Very worried about a sweeper. On the play, I will keep. I mean, this allows us to go turn 2 Flesh Rake and a turn 3 Chris. So, Stomping Ground, Shock, Sprawl, 4 green, and pass, and pass. Arid Mesa, passing. Flesh Rake and Flesh Rake? Yes, please. Flesh Rake. We have a consign. Arid Mesa. Could be a Galvanic Discharge. Meticulous Archive. The only problem is that I can't. And I can Flesh Rake in the I can Flesh Rake and then Wasescape. K command. So let's start with Flesh Rake. Trigger 1, always yield. Stomping Ground, Shock. Cast, no kicks. Wasescape. And that was a significant amount of damage. Down to 9. Fetch Flooded Strand to 8. Elegant Parlor. Tune the narrative. So yeah, I'm thinking that they're going for a Wrath here. That would be my thought. I might be tempted the K command. Yes, I think I will K command. Otherwise, because they're going to go 1 up to 3. Done. Triggers, triggers, and triggers. Draw. Another Sprawl. Land. Thank you. Name Eldrazi. Green. And Writhing Chrysalis is lethal on board. And hold. Line Breaker is also lethal off the top. Draw. 2. I mean, yeah. We'll sack. Always yield. Kick your blue source. And there's Solitude. Solitude is going to target the Chrysalis. I'm tempted to go Bajukabog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think I will go... I wonder if you do go Bog. But why did they not play a Flage last turn? Is a good question, though. Let's set up with E-Temp. And pass. And hold. I mean, not exactly in a good spot here. They can't fetch right now unless they can deal the Myco Spawn, another Chrysalis. Attack. Does it land? It does. Question becomes whether or not we Writhing Chris. This way, even if they destroy the Sowing Myco Spawn of, let's say, a Flage, we're still good. And opponent scoops it up. You got there. Alright. We'll bring back in the Gemstone and cut a Ugin. Let's run it back. A double Flash Rake is good. I mean, as a K command X2 on 2, we'll keep. Reveal Devourer and pass. Thundering Falls. Trigger. I mean, Flesh Rake is good. Chrysalis is good. There's a lot of good hits here. I do like Chrysalis for the ramp. Let's go Chrysalis. Wooded Foothill, fetch. For Forest. Sprawl. For red. Pass. And pass. Passing, we can use K command as a permission spell then. And hold. Fetch. And we're clearly telegraphing the K command. So I'm doubtful that they play anything here. But a pause and end step. K command X equals 2. Resolves. Bottom, draw. Stomp. Draw. Ugin. I mean, we could try and slam the Sire, but it's going to get countered. So let's go Writhing Chris instead. Yeah, it's best we just take our time here. Paying cost for consign. Stomping Grounds, tapped, and pass. Scouting Tarn, fetch. Wrath the Sky, not much to do here. Takes out the Sprawls, takes out the Spawns. We're still at 4, which is good. Draw, Sire, not much we can do there. We need a soul land off top. So we're gonna go Bajuka Bog, target you, and pass. Flooded Strand, fetch, Hallowed Fountain tapped, 4 cards in hand, and hold. Rediscover the Way. Again, we have, what, 7 hits off the top for Sire Ugin. Draw. It that heralds. Cast It that heralds. Mountain. Pass. So this way we can cast Sire Ugin next turn. Draws with Tune. Rediscover the Way. I mean, Rediscover the Way is not bad. Tarkir. This last ability is pretty moot. There's a Flage. There's a Flage. Targets It that heralds. Yep. Not much we can do there. And draw. Wasescape. I will kick the Wasescape. Colorless green. One less card in Yar, which is relevant. Fetch. Surveil. No Surveil. Okay. And passing. Arena of Glory. That's scary. Draw. Cavern of Souls. Combat. So we can at least guarantee the Sire will hit board. 17. Cavern of Souls. Name Eldrazi. Sire 7 deaths. Subtlety would be able to bounce it, but doesn't look like that's the case. That's a Solitude. Solitude pays the ward down to 7, or down to 10 rather. And pass. Soul Guide Lantern, that's fine. Not sure why they would Soul Guide here. Interesting. Up to 13. Draw. Sprawl. Red. Sire 7 deaths. Go to combat. Another Solitude. Another Solitude. Down to 6. No blocks. Down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would need another colorless source. Prismatic Ending. So now they can haste the Flage. So that will be 12 plus 6, 18 damage. And they're going to go up by 12. Oh, actually, no, not 18, 15 damage. Down to 15. hit that Heralds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're short, so we are going to cast Ugin. Ugin, target Flage. Do you have a consign? Son of a frickin'. Yep, that will get them there. Damn. Make sure that they actually cast it correctly. So that will be 9, 12, 15 on the dot, which means we lose. Yeah, I'll let you get it in. Plays Mystigate, and you got there. Maybe I should have been holding back the Wasescape. But, like, I wasn't expecting Solitude into Solitude, so... I mean, would have given me, like, a turn to do what? What do I have to draw into? Oh. Modo. You okay? Draw a card. Chrysalis? I mean, it would have provided me blockers, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it would have been enough. Alright, well, it is what it is. Sometimes win some, sometimes lose some, but, I mean, a 4-1 record at the end of 5 is still not bad by any stretch of the imagination. So I can't complain too much. We did play against, like, two relatively non-meta decks, Yawgmoth and Devoted Druid combo. But overall, I mean, we had a good showing against Prowess, we had a good showing against Zoo, and a decent showing against, whatchamacallit, against Control as well. So, I'm overall pretty happy with the results. However, man, I'm just sitting here thinking, is this just a worse version of E-Ramp? Like, yeah, we had some really explosive turns sometimes. We were able to put down a lot of damage really quickly. But is it better than E-Ramp? I guess a good question that I should try and ask myself would be, was that ever the goal? To, like, create something better than E-Ramp? I guess, yeah, that is a question I should answer to myself. Like, what am I attempting to do by playing Eldrazi Aggro, or Eldrazi Tron, or Through the Breach, etc., right? Is there... What's the reason, right? What's the reason behind the testing and the time investment into those decks? Is it to, like, refine an already existing archetype? Is it to, you know, find a better version of X, Y, and Z to play? I'd say probably not. I mean, if I were to go to an RC tomorrow, I'm bringing Eldrazi Ramp. There's no question in my mind. I don't think there's anything that Eldrazi Aggro can demonstrate to me that would convince me that it is the better deck between the two. I think similar with E-Tron, even Through the Breach, actually, the meta right now kind of does favor Through the Breach, just because it's very non-interactive in the way of counterspells. It's very counterspell light, though Oculus decks are on the rise. So if more counterspells in the meta, then decks like Neobrand and Through the Breach get objectively worse as well. So, like, in that way, there's something to be, some thoughts there. I mean, we only had, like, what, a time where we were really hurting on colorless sources. I think he won that game too. So I'm trying to think. It didn't feel bad. It still felt a bit weird. And like I said, that question in my mind kept on ringing of, like, is this just bad E-Ramp? It kinda is. Because you want, like, 12 Soul Lance is good. You can't say it's not. You can more reliably play Writhing Chrysalis. You can more consistently play your Line Breakers. I mean, that's actually not entirely true. I mean, we have 4, 5, 9 red sources, and we have, I think, how many color sources? 1, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. We have 12 color sources, is that right? Did I count that right? 5, 6, 7, 12, 7, 11, 12, yeah. Maybe we do cut the Ghost Quarter then for a Surveil land. Because really, like I said, like 11's kind of our sweet spot for, or 11's where you start seeing depreciating value on opening hand statistics. I definitely feel like there's something here. I don't know if this is the better version of Aggro, but there's definitely something here. Just being able to play Writhing Chrysalis more consistently, playing Mycospawn more consistently. Thought-Knot Seer, in my opinion, has been always kind of meh. It does interrupt combo pretty well, I'll admit. I think we do cut Ugin down to 2. I think the third Ugin was a mistake. I'm trying to think of like what I put in its place though, and it might just be a 4th Sire. I also just wonder if Devour is good. Like, yeah, it lets us be more consistent, but like the times in which we actually wanted that, I felt like we were exiling a lot of 4 cards. So I feel like even when Devour was supposed to be good, it just didn't. But like that's variance for you, right? You're still playing the numbers, and sometimes the numbers play us. Like, would Null Drifter be better by comparison? Maybe. Hard to say. I mean, that Heralds and the Line Breaker and the Flesh Raker, I mean, those cards are good. Yeah. A lot of questions, and I don't know if I have the answers yet. But I mean, if people try out this list, let me know how it goes for them. I don't know if Utopia Sprawl's right. If Utopia Sprawl's right, then the mana base is not correct. Then, you know, you go back to the Secluded Courtyards and the Territories and the 4 Cavernous Souls, etc. And maybe that is correct. But I don't know. I do not have all the answers, I'll be honest. Well, maybe we'll keep on playing and seeing what the statistics and data tells us. With that being said, though, I will end my prattling there. As always, if you did enjoy the video, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. It is always appreciated. For as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers, which at that point, I'll be able to start monetizing these videos, which will allow me to start saving up towards a streaming PC so I can stream live over on Twitch. In the meantime, though, if you do want to support me monetarily, you can do so over on my Patreon, where you can get early access to my YouTube videos as well as any updates to my deck guides. With that being said, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!